You know, I would say most offers in this game are a little bit on the overpriced side, and some of them are just straight up bad. But I kind of like that, man. That means that actually playing the game, clearing the content, that is how you're going to progress the most. And then we have these supplementary things like this offer where, I mean, hey, you know, I've got some extra units to blow. Maybe I will pick something like this up. So let's take a closer look and figure out, is this offer total garbage? Is it decent? Who is this offer for? I mean, it's got to be a good offer for somebody out there, right? So let's take a closer look here. So what is the actual offer? Well, it's a dual class 6-star crystal, and they're bundled up the same way that the 5-star dual class ones are. So Mutant and Skill, Science and Mystic, Cosmic and Tech. And you can only pick one of the three, if you even want to get one of the three. And alongside the dual class 6-star crystal, we've got some ISO bricks and 1 million gold. Now, right off the bat, you know, the ISO and the gold, okay, that's a nice bonus, but let's be real here. The crystal, that's the true value of these offers. So I'm just going to pretend that the crystal is like the only value, because there's not catalysts, it's not sig stones or anything like that. So it's mostly just that crystal. And 3,000 units, that's a lot of units. Typically, I value a 6-star crystal at roughly 1,500 to 2,000 units. If there was like a weekly offer or something like that, where I could spend that number of units on a 6-star, I would probably get it most weeks. But there's not, so we have to take what we can get. So let's take a closer look now. So right off the bat, I want to say that if you are someone going for like Thronebreaker, actually, are these offers for Cav players? Let me take a look. 6-star dual crystal bundle. Who is this even for? Okay, so it is Cav level and higher. Okay. So yeah, if you're going for Thronebreaker, and let's say you pulled a mutant tier 5 class catalyst and you're not happy with the mutants that you have, I would probably get this offer in a situation like that, just to have that targeted chance at, I mean, you still might get a skill champion, but it's a much more targeted chance to get a good mutant champion that's worth taking up to rank 3 to give you that Thronebreaker status, and spending maybe some extra units beyond what I would typically value a 6-star crystal at. It'd be worth it in that case. Also, I should mention the 1,500 to 2,000 kind of unit mark that I'm putting on 6-star crystals. That's for me personally, where, you know, maybe I am getting a few more 6-star shards than the average player. So for some people, you know, maybe their value on a 6-star crystal will be higher. But once again, looking at my own situation, maybe you guys can kind of draw some comparisons to your situation and figure out if the value is worth it for you. So, you know, some people might think like, oh, what's the difference between, you know, let's say 2,000 and 3,000 units? Well, that's a big difference, actually. It's a 50% markup. So this is no small difference. It's actually quite a bit of a premium that you're paying to get a dual class crystal, at least in my situation. So what I've done is I've taken a look at Aunt May, and I've just gone through class by class. Actually, I've grouped up the classes because you could select more than one on Aunt May. And it shows you a total number of champions here. 68 of all the champions of the game are skill and mutant. But of course, some of these champions are not available as 6 stars at all, or they might not be in the 6-star pool yet. And I didn't do an exact count, but I would say for these two class types, maybe 55 to 60 champions are going to be in the basic pool. So I counted all the champions that I'd like to pull. Of course, I want any champion that I don't have, but some of like the higher value champions, and I'd say there's about 16 in total that I really liked out of this pool of champions. And then I further refined that down to like the 7 champions that I would be okay spending 3,000 units on. Or, you know, I didn't pick the number beforehand, but you know what I mean. I went through and there were 7 of them that I would be okay with dumping 3,000 units on, and that would be Apocalypse, Archangel, Gambit for prestige, both Magnetos, so now we're up to 5, Namor, and then Thor Rags. So actually most of the champions that I really want, that would be worth spending 3,000 units on, most of them are mutant champions. And then we have Thor Rags for prestige of the skill. And then I've done the same thing. Let's go with Science and Mystic next. This one is a slightly smaller pool. Maybe there's only about 50 in total or something like that once we cut out the champions that are not in the basic pool. And here I was able to narrow that down to about 5 or 6. I was kind of on the fence with Dragon Man, but no, I would probably be happy spending 3,000 units on a Dragon Man. So Cap Infinity, Thing, Void, Claire, Doom, and Dragon Man. Those were the champions that I'd be okay spending 3,000 units on. By the way, you notice that I did not mention Sorcerer Supreme. And as much as I would like to still pull Sorcerer Supreme out of, you know, basic crystals and things like that, 3,000 units for 20 Sig Stones, I would say is a bit much. And yeah, that's why Sorcerer Supreme is not included. But hey, if I'm popping open basic 6 stars, she's still on my most wanted list. All right, then we come to the next class type, or class types, which is Cosmic and Tech. And there's 68 in total here, so we're looking at probably about 60 that are going to be in the basic pool, give or take a couple. And I want about, you know, 13 of these champions in total, but I narrowed that down to about 5, like, ultra value champions, which would be Corvus, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer, Ghost, and Warlock. Those would be the 5 in this pool that I would really want. So, I mean, right there, we have basically 7 of the Mutant and Skill, and then we have about, you know, 6 for the Science and Mystic, and about 5 for the Cosmic and Tech. By the way, there was some really close, like, honorable mentions, like Angela, Cap Marvel, Guillotine 2099. So, you know, we could up these numbers a little bit if we want. But anyway, the bottom line is, when I looked at all these numbers, I realized that it's a relatively close balance between all of the class types of champions that I'm personally looking for. So what that tells me, actually, is that the, you know, getting to pick the class type, it really does not provide that much additional value to me. Because I need champions from all 6 class types about evenly. So, you know, this is basically the equivalent to a 6-star crystal for me personally. Again, if you are looking to get Thronebreaker or something like that, and you have a class catalyst of a certain type, like, the value shoots up. If you maybe have a very developed roster, you already have pulled a lot of the champions that you were looking for, again, value goes up to be able to narrow it down. But there's so many champions that I just have not been able to pull that it really, it kind of just comes down to, this is roughly the equivalent of a 6-star crystal, because I want them all. I want all the types. So, and about on an equal level, I want all of the types. So yeah, it's just a little too expensive. Now, I know some people are going to say, but what about prestige? You're always complaining about prestige. This is your chance to increase your prestige. Listen, there will always be chances to increase my prestige, but if I get offers that I think are a little bit on the more expensive side than what the value is going to provide to me personally, then I can pick up fewer offers in total, which would actually hurt my prestige. I know for some people that's a wild concept, because you're looking at my unit count up there and you're seeing 28,000 units, and I'm sitting on 3 million battle chips, so we're talking about easily being over 30k units in total. But let me tell you, man, like, those units, they go fast. It takes a very long time to get these units. Keep in mind, I passed on the Cyber Monday offers because they were so garbage. They only had 25 Sig Stones in there for 15,000 units. It's not possible for me to just go to the store here and just, oh, I don't have enough units for this next offer that's coming around. Darn. Well, let me just, you know, scoop up, you know, an Allfather Odin's Vault real quick. It's not possible. I have to have all the units ready to go preemptively. Not to mention that I'm running low on boosts, and although I have not been picking up the, you know, End of Cavalier monthly EQ offer that has, you know, the 5,000 6-star shards and all those boosts and everything, I haven't been getting those. But now that I'm getting low on boosts, I will likely be picking that offer up this coming month. Not to mention, for a Legends run, I'll probably have to pick up another one of those bundles. So we're talking about, like, you know, 6,000 units just on that stuff. We've got the, you know, spring cleaning event that's probably coming up pretty soon, and that's probably why we're seeing more unit-based offers to try to maybe kind of clear us out ahead of time. So I will probably be spending some units there. 4th of July hits, and I will most likely, unless they're total garbage like Cyber Monday offers, I'll most likely be spending at least 15,000 units, and then maybe picking up some extra goodies where, like, you know, maybe there'll be 3,000 units for 6-star Nexus crystals, which I would value a Nexus crystal much higher than these crystals, and I probably would bite on something like that. You know, there's a lot of ways to spend units very quickly to where this 30,000 unit total is gone before I know it. Not to mention the real prestige increase that I don't know when we're gonna get this, and I'm honestly surprised we haven't got it yet, is a 6-star arena. And a 6-star arena is going to be hugely competitive, and I will likely have to refresh my champions fairly aggressively if I want to compete in something like that, because I don't have as many 6-star champions as, you know, people who even just casually spend, well, casually in terms of MCOC at least, where, you know, like Cyber Monday and 4th of July, picking up, you know, a few $100 worth of stuff. There's so many 6-star shards and 6-star Nexus crystals and class Nexus crystals and all that stuff that I don't have as many 6-star champions. So I'm, you know, trying to compete with those types of players. So I'm going to need more units to refresh champions. And if I'm able to grind like 2 rounds of an arena like that, that's a new champion plus the awakening, which is impossible to really count on in any other way in this game. So I need to have units ready to go, like I said, preemptively. I can't just decide, oh, this looks good and I need some more units. Let me hit the store real quick. Can't do that. So yes, I have a lot of units right now, but that's only because of the way the game has been playing out over the last, you know, year or so. Whereas previously, my units would go, you know, they would fluctuate like crazy, where I would, you know, find myself below, you know, 10,000 units all the time, picking up offers or spending units on refreshing and things like that. But that's where these units are going, man. I just have a lot for now, but they'll be gone. Trust me. I need to be careful about not picking up offers that that are a little bit more pricey. The 6-star Nexus crystal, by the way, if you go back and watch when I made that video, I said that 6-star Nexus crystal was a little bit on the expensive side, but because we hadn't gotten any offers like that in a while, I did jump on it. But yeah, I can't do that with every offer. All right, in any case, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me know if you decided to pick up any of the crystals and who you got out of that crystal and why. Like, were you pushing for Thronebreaker, or did you just say, screw it, just felt like, you know, making the gamble? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.